Hey guys, Above Average Joe here. Now I've had quite a few questions about kind of how you use the Everstryke match. So I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of just how to fill it up, how to strike it, and how to get the most out of it. So I've got my Everstryke match here. Now the first thing you're going to need to do is fill it up with fluid. It does not come with fluid in it, so please don't try to strike it before you add fluid to it. I've picked Roncinol this time. You can use just about any liquid lighter fluid. Roncinol, Zippo fluid. In a pinch, you can use charcoal lighter fluid. It's going to smoke a little bit heavier, so I wouldn't recommend it. Don't use kerosene. It smokes way too much. So the first thing you're going to need to do is open your lighter fluid and put it into your Everstryke match. Now you're going to want to fill the Everstryke up about 3/4 of the way. You got to make sure that you leave room for the wick to go in, because once that goes in, it's going to displace a little bit of the liquid. And if you put too much in, it's going to pour out and it could be a fire hazard. So please make sure you fill it up a halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way at the most. Now once you get the lighter fluid in, you need to insert the wick and the striker and let it sit and soak for about 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure you get the wick fully saturated. Now once it's full and saturated, it's ready to use. The next thing you're going to want to do is, if you look at the ferro rod, you'll notice it's black. It needs to be silver. There's a protective coating on it that needs to be scraped off. It's pretty simple to do. You just use the edge of the striker and just give it a couple of good downward scrapes, and it will scrape off, and you'll notice the silver coating. And once it shows silver, it's ready to go. Now, one key thing to remember is you don't want to let the Everstryke burn for more than about 10 seconds. Any more than that, and it's just like a candle, the wick is going to burn up. It's going to use all of the fluid that's stored onto it, and it's going to burn up. So you want to use about 8 seconds max, 8 to 10 seconds. You want to blow it out, reinsert it into the Everstryke, and that way it can resaturate and it's ready to use again in a few seconds.